Hey you, welcome back. My name is Yubi. I'm your astro-friendly Latina therapist, and this is Tarot My Becoming. I've been craving to do a reading. I've been doing a lot more of the editing lately. So I'm hoping that this comes out Friday afternoon. I'm sure by now you have already gone through or have posted all the mid-monthly readings, so check those out if you haven't already done so. It was quite fascinating. I mean, I've had those done for the past 2 weeks, and so just to finally have posted them, like, it feels good. I mean, for me, I haven't finished posting them because I'm recording this on Veterans Day, November 11th, Tuesday, and so it won't get posted until Friday. But since the weekend, I hadn't done a reading. I didn't do a reading yesterday because I spent most of the time studying. You can see it probably on the corner right there. I'm studying for my Italian test. And so, yeah, I wanted to do a reading. I feel good when I do readings. I just woke up from a long ass nap, but I must have needed it. I presented today. I presented information today, and it was fun. Like, I love presenting. But I must have been like exhausted about it. I mean, it makes sense because I stayed up late last night. But I slept like 4 hours. I mean, that's like a whole night's rest. When I don't sleep 8 hours, I naturally sleep 8 hours. So if I go to bed, I can naturally wake up within 8 hours without an alarm clock. But, you know, when I have less hours of sleep, I need an alarm clock. But I'll naturally wake up at 8 hours, within 8 hours. And so I needed a nap. No, that nap turned into a 4-hour nap. So I woke up. I have a little bit of a headache. But I want to do a reading para los que les conviene, right? Para los que les conviene. But yeah, so you might also notice I have a new little friend right there, right up there. He's a sea turtle, and sea turtles have been calling my name, and I think a big part of it. Well, one, I went into the store and I saw it, and the colors matched my decor, so it's like, oh, I have to get it. But I've been on a sea turtle little like a little thing, right? A little sea turtle. And I don't know if it's because I was reminded of a dream that I had years ago about a sea turtle. And this sea turtle, so in the dream, it was about someone from my past at the time. And I was being called to slow down. And I remember they were wanting me to wait. This person's family kept asking me to wait. I'm like, what for? I knew what for, but it was almost like I needed this person to tell me why. So I was being told and asked to slow down. And I'm like, no, like, if you don't say why, I'm going to keep moving forward. Like, and so in the dream, this person stopped me and was right in front of me. And then they're showing me communication. They're wanting to communicate. They have stuff to communicate to me, was what the message was telling me. And in the dream, there's a sea turtle that's flipped upside down. And a turtle on its own, like, is a slow animal. Like, it's you know, one step at a time, right? And so this sea turtle was on this bed. So there was, again, this feeling of like intimacy and connection, but it was outside, so it was exposed. And I'm touching this sea turtle, And I'm noticing that its belly is full. I was like, oh, this sea turtle's gonna pop any minute, and I'm in the line of fire, right? In terms of like, it needed to poop. Now, when you've worked with kids, when you've raised kids, like bodily fluids are gonna come out, like you're gonna have accidents, like from one end to the other. Like you just embrace the messiness that comes with raising kids, right? And you kind of get used to it. Well, not everyone does, but yeah, I have no issues with bodily fluids or just how your body functions, right? And so I've seen it all. So for me, it's like not an issue of being like grossed out. It's more of like, okay, it happened. Let's just clean it up, right? And but this poor turtle, like his belly was, I could feel it. I'm like, oh, you have a lot to come out. And for those of you that don't know, like toileting and like that in dreams can signify like you needing to own your shit. We just had this conversation about shit this past weekend. By the time this post, I talked about owning your shit. And so in this dream, like in essence, what was being communicated to me was that this person needed to own their shit to me, like and communicate it right out loud, but they were holding back, and I knew, I'm like, oh, they'll feel better once it's out in the open. And so eventually, like this turtle, I move out of the way because I'm clearly right, and it's like all over this person and myself. And once it's out, there's like this playful energy, there's this light energy, there's this emotional connection with this person, like a relief, like it's just a relief. And yeah, so anyways, that dream inspired me to write about sea turtles. And so lately it's come up. I think ever since I got this was a gift. And so I got this, and it reminded me of that dream, and then the sea turtle. Like, yeah, like these thoughts of this person have been coming up lately. I was like, oh, forgot about that one. So anyways, yeah, it just, the decor, the color, I'm trying to embrace that type of energy, where the duality of like a turtle on land, right, is slow, methodical, like one step at a time. A sea turtle on land is like still going slow, but like if you've ever seen the sea turtle navigate the sand, but then once they get the water, it's like, right, like it's smooth sailing. And so I'm trying to embrace sea turtle where I'm not going too fast, I'm going just the right amount of speed, and I can like pick up my speed and slow down, and just, yeah, so that's been the energy that I'm trying to embrace lately. But anyway, we're like, okay, 10 minutes in, you stop talking. Let's do the for whoever, para los que les conviene. I'm using the Earth Oracle card. I miss Tahoe. I want to go back to Tahoe. I want to spend more time in Tahoe. I want Tahoe. It was so pretty. I want to go back. Yeah. I miss it. All right. And then we're also using Tarot en Español, because the pictures are just a kick. And I think I'm trying to get like the feel of Tahoe back. I talked about Tahoe today with a friend of mine. So we were talking about like, he's planning on coming for his birthday, and he invited me, and I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Sacred Earth Oracle, past, present, and future. Go to past, present, future. Oh, there's the first one. Ooh, alchemy. Look at how pretty. Alchemy. That's the first one. I'll put it right here. Alchemy. There's pentacle energy. Definitely magician. Alchemy. Magician has everything, and they're like creating alchemy. fire energy. There's a lot. Fire, earth, alliance. Ooh, look at this one. Intensity. An alliance. Wow. Looking to the future. Getting like Leo energy. Like desire, passion. Alchemy. So creating something. Definitely creating something. Yeah, there's a Leo energy. I mean, there's like the flames right here. There's fire right here. So I'm getting like Leo energy. I'm getting creation, manifestation, working together. One more, please. Working together. Alchemy, alliance. Yeah, something about a collaboration. There it is. Listen. Ooh, I like this one. I remember this one. Yeah, listen. Look at that pretty. This is really gorgeous. Patient. There's another, like, wow, like this is like, I mean, when you see all these together, I mean, these two, look, an alliance and listening. So there's definitely something about a partnership. There's something about communication. There's something about active listening. Working together. Look, they're staring at each other, and even the contrasting colors, like peace and intensity, like calm, right? And like just yeah, this is beautiful. And then you have alchemy. So definitely some type of connection, some type of coming together, creating something together. Like it feels relationship, whether it's a work partnership, whether it's maybe even an intimate connection, but definitely some creating something together. There's definitely an element of creating. There's even the sun energy within the pentacles, like, yeah, like an opportunity to create. Look at the circles. This one has a circle, this one has a circle, this one has a spiral. So like growth. There's also growth. I mean, a lot of leadership trainings, they teach you to listen more and talk less. And there's also learning, right? A leader who learns, a leader who doesn't stop learning is in a better position than a leader who thinks they know everything. Yeah, there's something about that too. Okay. 3 cards for each, please. Alchemy. Let's do 3. Alchemy. Para los que les conviene. Alchemy. Oh gosh, look at this gorgeous card. Okay, Tres de Espadas. So some type of heartbreak, some type of healing energy, healing of the past. It starts off as Tres de Espadas. So it starts off like a heartbreak. 2 more, please, for alchemy. 2 more, please. Nope, there it is. Rey de Espadas. Okay, some type of truth, some type of grounded truth. Like, this is an interesting Rey de Espadas. Like, look at where the truth is, like, right between them, like a centered type of truth, and it's pointing down. I'm trying to think if, like, the other ones, how the King of Swords is. No, there's a different, there's something grounded about this. There's something grounded with this King of Swords. So grounding themselves in a truth, sharing a truth, owning their truth. 1 more, please. Tres de Espadas, Rey de Espadas. 1 more. I mean, when you own your truth, you're in essence creating alchemy for yourself. Like, you're not pushing something away, you're embracing something to create something. And truth is a very, like, because it's sword energy. It's you can't touch it, right? Truth is words, right? You can't touch it in the traditional sense, but you can feel it, right? You can feel truth. And so there's something about touch, see, and even like you can't touch it. Like, it's a different type of feeling. It's a different type of feeling. And so when you own your truth, you're in there's an alchemy that's occurring through the healing process. At least that's how I teach it. I have a course that I'm fine-tuning before I post it, but it's how to own and transform your truth for healing. It was something that I realized when I was working with it. Also, I was like, oh, like this is like a way to like help navigate that process. But yeah, this is definitely something like, even it's like energy. It's like energy. Look. There's energy coming out of, so they're not, it's like just the energetic transformation. One more, please. One more for alchemy. Yeah, so there's something about owning your truth. There's something about how your truth is transforming. There's something about maybe this truth is healing that heartbreak or that discomfort. Oh, yes. Ten of Pentacles. This is everything. This is finances. This is love. This is legacy. This is alchemy. This is the result of alchemy. This is like when you know how to create, manifest, like you get all the desires of your heart, right? And a part of that process is learning how to own your truth, right? Learning how to heal from a heartbreak. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is the like the what is it? This is the this should be the slogan. This should be the advertisement for healing. Have a heartbreak? No worries. Let's talk about your truth. Like this is the slogan for healing right here. Wow. Okay. Alchemy for sure. That's beautiful. Wow. All right. 3 for Alliance. So that's past. Again, depending on when you're watching this, depending on where you are, this could also be like, yeah, I would say the present moment, but it's the beginning. Better choice of words. It's the beginning because it's past, present, future, beginning, middle, end, right? So there's, and the thing about endings that I love is that it's never a full, complete stop. It's just the temporary pause before something new starts, right? It's the temporary end of a cycle before that new cycle begins. So it's like, because you never get it done, right? Life, in my perspective, right? In my opinion, spiritually, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly growing, we're constantly like expanding. 3 for Alliance, please. Present moment. Or middle. The middle. That's such a trip, that first row. You know, there's some people who say, what movie was it? There was a movie where they said, they pressed their palms with each other. Gosh, what was it? Was it fantasy? Like, your heart is in your palm. What movie was it? Your heart is in your palm. There's something about your heart in your palm. Or someone said that to me once. Someone said that to me once. But I don't know. I don't remember if they got it from a movie or some type of spiritual. So like when you do that, like there's like your heart is in your palm. Someone told me. Someone told me. Your heart is in your palm. Oh, okay. Guess not. You mean figure out what else to talk about because this Alliance is taking its sweet ass time. And I mean, that within itself is symbolic, right? I mean, when you create an alliance with someone, a relationship with someone, right? If you don't jump in, Yubi, if you don't jump in quickly, I'm talking to myself, it takes time. An alliance takes time, right? Especially when there's more than one person, because you have to find the commonalities. Like, look at the ¿cómo se llama? The wheel, right? Like, there's all of these different perspectives, and then there's that unity in the middle. So it's kind of like, I mean, it's Earth in the middle, but it's finding the commonalities, right? Building upon the commonalities, strengthening the commonalities, right? Which is like where you identify mutual goals and objectives. How are we going to reach those goals, right? Finally, Reina de Copas. So there's someone who's looking at a cup, who's looking maybe at the truth that was provided. This is an interesting copas, because she's looking at the cup. She's not looking straight ahead. She's looking at the cup. I mean, this deck is fairly new to me, so I'm fascinated by like the difference. It's like she's looking at the opportunity, considering the opportunity, looking at I don't know if it has anything to do with this King of Swords. King of Swords is Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. But then the Reina de Copas, so now we're talking Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So maybe you're dealing with someone like that. But they're not looking at each other, like looking straight ahead, looking at the opportunity, right? There's something about staying focused. There's something about staying focused. There's something about your eyes fixed on you. Someone is looking straight ahead. Like the focus is, I gotta look straight ahead. The focus is, I need to look at you, right? Because he's looking directly at you. And then she's more like, I need to focus on the relationship. Like there's something about the focus. There's something about where the attention is going. You know, when you work on an alliance with someone, there has to be an element of like, what are you paying attention to? What am I going to pay attention to? And how is that going to help us create some type of alchemy, right? And that's going to require us listening to one another as to where are the gaps? What's missing or what's needing attention? 2 more, please, for alliance. Oh, Diez de Bastos. So this is in the center. So there's something about balancing work. It's work. So this could be a love partnership that is also a work partnership. There's a lot of work. This is right smack in the middle. Look, she's even, like the way I have it set up, she's looking at the cup, but she's also looking at the work. So it's almost like her focus is on the cup and maybe the work that is involved in this alliance. 1 more, please. Oh, shoot. Damn it. Let me put, oh no, this is a lot. Let's try that again. Whew, that one surprised me. Wake up, Bubes, wake up. one for a line. There it is. Oof, okay. A tower. Something sudden, something unexpected, both and, right? Sudden and unexpected. A tower moment. I mean, every relationship has tower moments, right? Especially when there's a lot going on. Am I gonna do clarification this one? Let's see. 3 for listen. I mean, every relationship has tower moments, right? That's actually, it's so funny. Tower moments create opportunities of growth, right? Like this symbol right here, el caracol. I have a symbol, a dictionary of symbols, but it's the traditional symbol. I don't know if traditional is the appropriate, but historical symbol of growth. And so it's interesting how this row ends with a tower moment, and then you stop with growth and listen, right? Like in a conflict, you resolve it best when you can listen to the other person, right? Versus talking. It's like listening, active listening. 3 for listen, please. So this is definitely something about a relationship, whether it's a work partnership and or a love connection. So it's almost like there's a healing of a heart with some type of truth. There's a feeling like we have everything, and there's the work that is involved, because these two come right after. It's like, and again, this element of like, right when you think there's no ending, usually the 10 of Cups is like, oh, we reached everything, we have everything. Life keeps going. Life keeps going, right? There's work involved. It's you have to maintain a relationship. So it's like not, ¿cómo se llama? Not hiding from conflict, not hiding from the work. A relationship takes work to be maintained. It takes effort, right? And so if you, yeah, 9 de espadas. So there's some worries, there's concerns about like what, it's ruminating, right? It's ruminating. It's keeping this person up at night. They have a truth out of the night. There's a truth that they're withholding. There's a truth that's not being shared. There's a truth that needs to be listened to. 2 more, please. I'm trying to figure out if this is the same person. Two more, please. There's something about La Reina that there's something. Look, these are the first 3. 3 de espadas, Reina de copas, 9 de espadas. I don't know if it's the same person. Like a heartbreak. She's looking at the cup, like either the cup that was being offered or the cup, her cup, right? How full is her cup? But she's contemplating something. Like she's contemplating the relationship, the opportunity. And then there's worry. So there's this progression from like insecurity, maybe not being sure, maybe, or whatever this tower moment is. I mean, it'll evoke worry, it'll evoke insecurity, it'll evoke doubt. Let's see what the next 2 are. But that's like a lot of truths coming out. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, if we're considering like that's the Reina de copas, right? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this person may be going through some healing experience. Yeah, because it's the Rey de espadas that has the work. So air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is focused on the work part, is managing the work part. So it's like the worry, the emotional, the tangible one. Let's do 2. Let's Yubi just finish it. Yubi just finish it. 2 more, please. Oh nope, that didn't flip. Almost. 2 more, please. 2 more for listen, for future. Oh, ya mero. There. 5 de copas, loss, grief, sadness, feeling like there are no options, but there always are options. This one does have the bridge in the back. So he's like kind of crying over spilled milk. If I remember correctly, the story is that he's lost his taste for wine. But there's two right here, and there's a bridge to go back. And this one's not even to go back. The way this one is setup is you can still move forward. Like this one, the bridge is in the like going this way. Other times it's back here, but this one it's like going forward. So there's something about someone feeling like they can't move forward, or feeling from this Tower moment, feel they've lost something. I don't have to clarify. I think I'm going to clarify. It's 11:14, Yubes. Do you really want to clarify? One more, please. One more for lesson. It's so interesting. Cinco de copas. Cinco de copas. There's, oh, I'm getting another message. I'm getting another storyline. I mean, okay, so for you, so okay. I mean, it's for whoever, right? But I'm just seeing, I'm seeing another storyline. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, espérate. Okay, so this is one storyline, but there's another storyline that's coming out. Let me get the last card. Let me just make sure. Oh, ahí está. Rey de Vasos. There's something about it. There's this feeling of going, again, this healing energy, having to heal all of this. And the healing aspect, so Rey de Vasos is how it ends. And it's looking back to this storyline. It's looking like the way it's set up, like he's just looking back. He's definitely embraced Leo energy, fire energy, his story. There's something about, I am getting masculine energy. There's a heartbreak. So here's the other storyline. Let me finish that first one. So that first storyline, right? If we're looking at the context of a relationship, right? There's truth that needs to be said. Someone needs to listen to someone's truth. These two are looking back. They're looking back at the relationship. They're looking back. They're reevaluating. I mean, that's oftentimes what you do in a relationship. Let me finish that storyline and then let me jump into the other one, because the other one is like standing out too. In a relationship, right? Whenever there's conflict, whenever there's worry, right? Excessive worry, whenever there's loss, these intense emotions, loss or disappointment, or feeling like there's no other options, but there are options, right? You have to take a moment to pause, to listen, to reflect back on where the relationship has been before you're able to move forward, right? So it's you're integrating the progression of a relationship, the different highs and lows of a relationship, right? The highs, the lows of a it's así, es así. So the bottom row is like this. The highs and lows of a relationship, like looking back and reflecting on it, and how you've overcome it, or how you are overcoming it. And then it's the work, because the work is in the center. Like it's a lot of work and love, right? But it's the Queen of Cups. So there's love, right? There's truth, right? There's yeah, this just feels, so one of the storylines is about relationships, right? It's about what alliance are we creating, right? And how are we doing the healing aspect of listening to one another to maintain that alliance, to continue to create, even working backwards. Like so it's like you work forward, right? You're creating something together and you're listening to each other for that creation. And then you also have to work backwards, right? When something happens, right? A tower moment, because this is also red energy, right? Tower moments can rock the core of ourselves, and the oftentimes when we feel scared for a tower moment, it's because our root chakra is being activated, which is our sense of safety, our sense of security, our sense of like not belonging, but maybe like home energy. It's root energy. It's what keeps you grounded. And so to address that, you have to look back. You have to look back. Okay, what have we created together? The alliance, right? What does our alliance look like? And what needs to change? So there's this just like, right? So that's one storyline. Here's the other one that stood out. There's heartbreak. There's someone who experienced some type of heartbreak, who focused on the tangible. They focused on the tangible. And there's the stoicism with this particular king. So it's like he has his truth, right? There's no indication of healing this heartbreak, because look, here's the other storyline. Heartbreak. She's looking at her cup. So it's almost like she hasn't given her cup yet. She hasn't offered it to anybody. She's looking at it. So it's like, I have my feelings here. I haven't shared it with anybody. I have my feelings here. And then it starts boiling out. It starts spilling out, right? So there's this feeling of like, I'm holding on to my cup. I'm watching my cup. I'm keeping my cup close to me. And instead, what I'm going to do is focus on my work again, right? This element of like, I'm just going to keep my cup close to me. I'm going to focus on my work. But that's only so much. There's only so much protection of your heart before there's a tower moment, because emotions need an outlet, right? And so this could also be signifying the alliance within the self, the alliance of like, what am I trying to create, right? Am I honoring myself and my emotional needs, my physical needs? Like this, mira, los dos están tristes. They're both sad, right? She's sad with her heart. He's sad with the work, right? It's like feminine and masculine, like the I don't say the unhealthy version, the contrasting experience, because even contrasting experiences or intense experiences it's still alchemy. It's still a creation of some sort, right? It's still brewing. It's just what's going to be brewed from that experience. Well, tower moment. And so then once the tower moment hits, right, that's the reflection piece. That's the worries. That's the anxieties. That's the grief. You finally give yourself permission to feel. And when you finally give yourself permission to feel and reflect on the past, there's Leo energy. There's boss energy. There's owning of your truth energy. If you think about a lion, right? Leo energy. So there's this feeling of like, unbalanced Leo is very rough, very stubborn, very domineering even, right? The softer side of Leo is warmth. It's nurturance. It's shining the light, right? Sun energy. And so it's almost like listening to yourself, listening to what you're needing, listening to the stories of the past to be able to heal from that. Yeah. Let's do 3 cards of advice. So that's the second storyline. So there's 2 storylines. Yeah. Let's do 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice for folks who this resonates with. Ooh. Caballero de Oros, the Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy, Virgo energy, taking things slowly, one step at a time. The Caballero de Oros is very detailed. It's very methodical. It's yeah, I mean, there's a peaceful energy to this night. So taking one thing at a time. Yeah, self-care. 9 de Oros, 9 Nine of Pentacles is very much self-care. It's knowing how much to give, how much to maintain, to make sure that you're being nurtured, right? This Nine of Pentacles, like, she's giving of her resources, but keeping some for herself. So yeah, taking your time with this connection, taking your time with yourself, right? Being patient, being gracious with yourself, doing the self-care piece of yourself or the relationship, right? Making sure you're not overworking. This came out right above the Diez de Bastos, right? So to not overwork, but to make sure that there's balance in work. One more, please. And or balance within yourself. Caballero de Bastos. The Knight of Fire. Yeah, like, you're able to pick up speed. You're able, and it's not like this is fast moving energy, but so okay. So in a relationship, if we're doing the relationship, right? When you take your time with it, when you nurture it, when you stay balanced in that relationship, you're able to move faster. Like, you think you're moving slower, but you actually are building the foundation, which is very Virgo-ish, like very Caballero de Oro-ish. Like, you're building the foundation one step at a time. You're ensuring that things are balanced. And in the long run, it's going to pick up speed because the foundation has been built. That's one message. The second message for this person, whoever this is speaking to, in terms of holding on to your truth, not speaking your truth, holding on to your truth, focusing only on work, holding on. Like, these two are straight up holding on. I'm holding to my truth and I'm holding to my heart. Like, I'm not sharing this with anybody else, right? I'm only focused on work until I can't anymore, right? For that person, whoever that message is for, the advice is a little different. The advice is one step at a time, being gracious with yourself, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself before you're nurturing other people, so that you can move faster. So there's this contrasting, like, slow and then fast, slow and then fast, right? This balanced energy of taking your time and like it's pacing yourself, right? It's picking up speed once you start. This Knight picks up speed once they focus on their nurturance, once they focus on their self-care, once they focus on balancing stuff out. Yeah, so for that person, whoever that's for, it's a little bit different. It's you just pick up speed. The moment that you make the time for your self-care, the moment that you make the time for balance of what you have going on, you pick up speed. Let's do a Sacred Earth Oracle to end the reading. Yeah, ooh, that's interesting. It's interesting in terms of like the two storylines. So for whoever it resonates with, right? Don't forget to hit the like button at the bottom if this is making sense for you, if this is helpful. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Hit like if it was helpful, but let me know in the comments which storyline applies to you. Yeah, what storyline applies to you. And yeah, don't forget to check us out on Sundays. Café con Tarot. One more, please. Final card. Sacred Oracle. Gosh, that's just gorgeous. The art. Oh, there it is. Influence. Ooh, look. Oh, this is pretty. It's about cycles. It's about tending to your heart, right? There's a dove. So it's almost like making peace with yourself or making peace with others. The cycles appear. Oof. So pretty. So with this as well. Influence. Influence. Earthly meaning. Remember, I read both earthly and spiritual. Balance imagination and reality. Be cautious of giving undue influence to baseless assumption. Distinguish between opinion and evidence. Become aware of false limitations. Put real effort into proving a doubt or fear wrong. I think this has to do with this. The nueve de espadas, cinco de copas, right? Limiting beliefs, worries, right? This is all in our head in terms of our perspective. So distinguish between opinion and evidence. Is it really a valid worry, right? The Rey de Bastos stands in his truth. Become aware of false limitations. Put real effort into proving a doubt or fear wrong. Be open to new ideas and perspective, but do your homework and ensure a claim can hold true in practice as well as theory. Spiritual meaning. Only through the eyes of the soul can the true nature of your life, existence, and purpose be known. All of life flows from one divine heart of creation. One divine heart of creation. You have a purpose, a meaning, and a role to play in this great journey of life. It may be beyond the knowing of the physical world, but it is not beyond the knowing of your soul. Look at that. Wow. Very, very, very pretty, very reassuring, right? Yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope that was for somebody. My name is Yubi. I'm your astro-friendly Latina therapist. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, see you next time. Take care.